Hey, welcome. Today, we are diving into a blueprint for what you could call extraordinary success. And look, this isn't just theory. This is a real, proven path built from some pretty profound personal wisdom that led to some, well, almost unbelievable results. So let's get right into it. First things first, I want you to really stop and think about this question. Seriously, when you hear academic excellence, what pops into your head? Is it just a perfect score, a 4.0, the top of the class? Because if that's the whole picture for you, you are missing the most important part of the entire equation. And that right there gets to the absolute heart of it. See, true excellence, it isn't some destination you just arrive at. It's the journey. It's about building your character, the discipline, the consistency, the sheer drive to get better every single day. It's all about that growth mindset. So it makes sense that our whole blueprint starts with a foundation, right? And that is your mindsets. You've got to get this right because everything else we're going to talk about today is built directly on top of this. Okay, now this is a really fascinating distinction. Think of it like this. Discipline is the engine. It's the raw power that makes you show up day after day, putting in the work, even on the days you really don't feel like it. But passion is the steering wheel. It's what gives you direction. And that's absolutely crucial. I mean, discipline without passion, that's just a direct road to burnout. It's like climbing a massive mountain. You finally get to the top, exhausted, only to realize you climbed the wrong one. Passion is what makes the whole climb worth it. It connects all that hard work to a real sense of purpose. All right, so with that mindset foundation in place, we can start to build our mental armor. Because, let's be real, pressure is going to happen on any path to success. That's a given. But whether you break under it or you actually grow stronger from it, well, that choice is entirely up to you. So how do you handle it? Here's a 4-step playbook. First, always reconnect with your why. Why did you even start this? Second, if a task feels overwhelming, break it down into smaller, bite-sized goals. Third, you've got to celebrate every little win along the way. And finally, number 4, protect your mind. Fuel it, motivate it. A strong mindset can handle almost anything thrown at it. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's a total game changer for handling competition. Instead of looking at what everyone else is doing and feeling jealous or discouraged, you just focus on one thing, being better than you were yesterday. And when you see someone else succeeding, don't get envious. Ask them for advice. Turn that potential envy into an incredible learning opportunity. Okay, so we've got the mindset. We've got the mental armor. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do you actually turn these big ideas into real daily results? Well, you need a system. And this system is all about structure. For example, using 3-hour study blocks. Often in the super early morning, we're talking 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., when your mind is at its freshest. There's also this 90-10 mindset, where you spend 90% of your time on deep learning and only the last 10% on specific exam prep. The whole thing, including strategic rest and nutrition, is about one core idea: consistent, daily effort beats last-minute cramming every single time. And here's how you balance it all so you don't burn out. The 60-30-10 rule gives you a clear way to manage your priorities. 60% of your time goes to academics. 30% to self-development, things like research, networking, learning new skills. And a really important 10% is carved out for your personal life. It's not about becoming a robot. It's about being intentional with your time. So what kind of commitment does this take? Well, it's immense. Just look at this number: 10,800. That's how many hours of focused study were put in over the course of a degree using this very system. It is a staggering amount of dedication. So, what does that kind of sacrifice actually get you? Well, it gets you this: a 4.98 CGPA. And to put that into perspective, that is the single highest score anybody has achieved in that university's entire 54-year history. This isn't just a nice theory, you guys. This is a proven blueprint for doing something truly extraordinary. But here's a really critical piece of the puzzle that people often forget. You do not achieve this kind of thing alone. No way. A strong support network is just as vital as your own personal discipline. And there's a really brilliant way to think about this support system, and it's called the cross technique. It's a super simple but incredibly powerful way to visualize how to build relationships that fuel your growth from every single direction. Let's break it down. You look up to your mentors, the people who've already walked the path. You look left and right to your peers, where you collaborate, you support each other, you learn from each other. And, this is key, you look down to teach and lift up the people who are coming up right behind you. It's this 360-degree approach that turns your individual hustle into a collective power. And that last part, looking down to teach others, that brings us to what might be the most meaningful part of this whole blueprint: using your own success to help other people find theirs. This entire philosophy actually led to the creation of something real, the Goal Getters Forum. It's a nonprofit all about recreating this exact cycle of excellence. It's the perfect example of taking personal success and scaling it up to impact an entire community. And would you just look at the impact in only 10 months? Over 1,000 students reached, more than 100 closely mentored, and many of them are now achieving incredible results of their own. See, this is what happens when excellence is shared. It doesn't divide, it multiplies. You know, at the end of the day, the crucial lesson is this: it's not the pressure that breaks you, it's not the lack of resources, it's the lack of systems and values that does. When you have a solid framework in place, even the toughest challenges just become opportunities to get stronger. So if we had to boil this entire blueprint down to one single secret, this would be it. It's the powerful combination of your internal mindset, your external support system of mentors, and what the source calls the God factor, that connection to a purpose bigger than yourself. That's what transforms simple achievement into true, meaningful excellence. So I'll leave you with one last question to think about. After seeing all these pieces, the mindset, the systems, the support network, the purpose, what is the very first block you need to put in place to start building your own version of excellence starting today?